myoma, cyst, as what my doctor said. I have PCOS. Hello everyone, I'm Teacher K and welcome back to my channel. Here we are doing another major life update. Yes, you read it right. I have PCOS, which is known as polycystic ovarian syndrome. And this is a condition that affects a woman's hormone levels. In other words, it's like hormonal imbalance. And I knew that I have this condition on May 29, 2021. Before we proceed, just a disclaimer. I am not a medical expert. I'm just sharing my experience in the hope that this will encourage or bring light to people who are actually experiencing this type of condition as well, or those who are, maybe they're thinking that maybe they also have that. My experience may differ from your experience. I just want to raise awareness about this type of condition. There may be terms here that I will talk about that I may not be able to talk about efficiently. I highly recommend that you consult with a doctor, an expert, or an OB-GYN if you think you have PCOS or you have it. It's still the best thing to do. Also, I would highly recommend that you look for a good OB-GYN, a doctor who is willing to discuss to you things that you need to know for you to, be effective in treating whatever condition you have. As for me, I am indeed very blessed to have an OB-GYN who literally spent 20 minutes or 30 minutes of her time just to discuss to me what are the things that she found from my test results. I am beyond grateful. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this video will be divided into 4 sections. The first one will be what are the symptoms that I had. Second will be the findings. The third would be what are the common factors that caused this PCOS. Number 4 would be what to do. And number 5 is what am I doing now, or how am I doing? Number 1, let's start with the symptoms. Except from the delayed menstruation, I didn't have other symptoms such as having facial hair or breakout. When I say delayed menstruation, it means that my menstruation would get delayed for 7 days or 2 weeks than the expected menstrual cycle. So that one is not really a big of a deal, but I really asked the doctor to recommend me a test for PCOS because, when 2020 started, when we had lockdown, I know what I did to my body. I know how sedentary my lifestyle was ever since 2020, and I did gain a lot of weight. I have been eating a lot of pizza. I can actually eat it in one sitting. I have been craving and drinking a lot of milk tea. I have been eating burger, fries, etc., etc. In short, I really developed an unhealthy lifestyle starting 2020, and I just wanted to know if I have it. So, to cut the story short, the doctor recommended me the TUS, which is the transrectal of uterus. You know what? Based on experience, every time I go to the OB-GYN, I always get this type of tests that are amazing, shocking, and way uncomfortable. So this TUS definitely is very uncomfortable. And I don't want to talk about my experience, so you can research. Okay, let's move on to the second, which would be findings. So the thing is, I got the results a few minutes after I got the test. So I was able to read the diagnosis way before I went to the doctor. They found in that TUS is myoma. I have 2, which are very small, found in my uterus. And I also have cyst in the left ovary. But don't worry, it's not a major thing. As what the doctor said, it's very, very small. And it won't affect my fertility. It's not cancerous. It's just that small that it won't affect if I want to get pregnant someday. It won't cause any problem, but of course we still have to monitor it from time to time. So myoma, cyst, as what my doctor said, I had complete attendance, but still it's a good thing that they're all small. And the same goes with my right ovary, which has this thing that we call PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, or hormonal imbalance. So I want to focus on the right ovary, which has the PCOS. Well, this is a common condition for our generation. Like people of 25 or 30 years old, women usually have this. It's a common condition for us. And the good thing is, as what my doctor said, it can still be corrected. And of course, if you won't correct it, there would be major consequences for your health. So our goal is to really correct it. Number 3, what are the common factors that might have caused PCOS? So when I consulted my doctor for the results, her very first set of questions for me would be my family's medical background or history. She asked about thyroid problems, blood sugar, do we have diabetes, tumor, high blood, etc., etc. And her goal was simply to narrow down what are the possible factors why I had this hormonal imbalance, and then we could address it. The thing is, after I answered those questions, the doctor then resolved to have me tested with the following tests. First is the HbA1c, just to check my blood sugar level. Second is that because my dad has a tumor and maybe it could be hereditary as well, my doctor asked me to take the prolactin. And then both sides of my parents' families have thyroid problems, so I had to take the TSH and T4, because if you have thyroid problems, it will definitely affect your hormones, causing hormonal imbalance. So we have to check that. And aside from those, the fourth factor could be stress, which cannot be measured by any test, but it's there. And then lastly would be weight gain, which is very obvious for me. I took those 3 tests, and here comes the number 4 section of this video, that is what to do. Okay, so I was actually very nervous, especially for the thyroid test, but praise God, the HbA1c, the thyroid test, and the prolactin test were all normal. Then the doctor was able to narrow it down. It's either because of stress or weight gain or both. So for the stress part, it's now up to me how to manage my stress levels, etc. So I really have to give up a few things just in time that I also resigned from my job, so that I can balance things out even better. Now we're up to losing weight. So she gave me 3 options. The first option would be taking the pills. Second would be just for me to take the traditional level, that is lose weight through exercise and diet, traditional way. And then third would be both combine lose weight and pills. I chose, of course, the second one. I want the natural or traditional method. I just want to try it first, and then the doctor said yes, I can do that, because again, the results were actually normal, so I can do that. Basically, now I have to focus on losing weight by proper exercise and proper diet. After 3 to 4 months, I have to go back and have myself tested again for PCOS, and hopefully by that time, when I already lost some weight, PCOS will be gone already. And in case after 3 to 4 months, PCOS is no longer there, then I have to stick with that body weight. I can go down, but I can not go higher, or else it might reappear. So now let's move on to number 5, which is how am I doing? Wait, I forgot to tell you a very important piece of the puzzle. When I took the PCOS test, I also took a test for my cholesterol levels, because again, I know my lifestyle really sucked last year. So when I took the cholesterol level, I found out that my cholesterol levels are high, way beyond the normal range. So I have to, not just lose weight, but also take note of the food that I will be eating. It's been 3 weeks already, I think. So I have been avoiding dairy products, meat, except for chicken, less oil, 0 to less oil. I have more veggies and fruits in my diet right now. Rolled oats would be my go-to breakfast. And as what I told you, it's still less than a month. But when I measured, again, I started at 61 kilograms when I went to the doctor. That was the record there, 61 kilograms. And now, today is, I'm recording this June 22. I'm at 57 kilograms. But still, I have trust issues with that bathroom scale. Although I calibrated it, but sometimes I still have trust issues. But for sure, I did lose some weight. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that progress. And I'm enjoying this lifestyle that I have. And well, to be honest, I still have those days wherein I would crave for pizza because it's my favorite food of all time. I would still crave for milk tea, burger, fries. But this time, I have realized that health truly is wealth, and I have to develop self-discipline for my own well-being. I'm not closing my doors totally from those type of food, but as of this moment, I will prioritize eating healthy food because that's the goal. Because before, I had this mindset whenever I would accomplish something major or something difficult, I would reward myself with milk tea, pizza, burger, lechon. You know, I've been eating lechon many times in a month. I feel like that's the reward that I should get for every hard work that I do. But now I'm shifting my mindset. Instead of rewarding myself with those type of food, I should reward myself with fruits. Fruits that I love, fruits that are, you know, healthy for me. Fruits that are, I can splurge on it. Because, you know, if I can spend 120 pesos for a milk tea, I can actually spend the same amount for a 1 kilogram or more of mangoes, right? And because of that, I have discovered a lot of recipes that excite me. You know, I also want to get creative with the food that I eat. Like, if it's the usual Filipino, you know, veggie dish, I sometimes get bored and don't want to eat. But yeah, I have discovered a lot of recipes that are healthy for me. I'm enjoying it. Healthy and delicious at the same time. So, when it comes to exercise, I'm not that consistent yet, but I'm working on it. I have been trying to, you know, at least do walking for 15 or 30 minutes every other day. But yeah, I'm still improving on that part. Same goes with my exercise. I really have to look for set of workouts that does not bore me. I want it to be creative as well. So if you have suggestions about exercise or, you know, healthy recipes that are okay for my diet, please leave it in the comment section down below. I really appreciate that. So basically, that's about it. I hope this video was able to connect to you on a deeper level. If you are that person who's suffering or, you know, have the same condition as mine, I hope that all may go well with you. I know it's not an easy thing to do. Like, there are things that we need to sacrifice, and some cases are way more complicated than mine. But you know, we're here for each other. Let's pray for each other. You can comment down below. Let's connect. Or you can also send me a DM in my Instagram at Carol_Ann. And let's pray for each other, encourage each other, share recipes and workouts. And please do pray with me in this journey. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week for another video. Love you all. Bye.